For Muslims, the Quran is not an ordinary book, and there are some guidelines one must follow during and after reading and reciting the Quran. This video will explore 10 of the most important things that Muslims must do when it comes to Quran reading and recitation. Welcome back to another episode of FTD Facts. My name is Leroy Kenton, and now there are a lot more practices to mention, but I can only fit 10 in this episode. So I hope this video gives you a little bit more of an insight and understanding of how and why Muslims relate to the Quran in the way that they do. Starting at number 10, we have being clean. Now, the first thing that needs to be done is to make sure that you are clean before touching or reciting the Quran. This is a very important step, and it's actually obligatory. The hygienic practices for reciting the Quran consists of ablution called ghusl and wudu. So I'm going to break down those terms a little bit. For the ghusl ablution, that refers to a full body wash, and wudu refers to cleansing parts of the body like washing your hands. Moving on to number 9, the next thing is beginning with ta'awud. Ta'awud is seeking protection from Allah from shaitan or the devil, and you do this by reciting a statement that translates as, and I quote, "I look for protection in Allah from shaitan, the accused one." Then after that, a statement known as the tasmiyah is recited, and that translates as, "In the name of Allah, who is the most gracious, the most merciful." The next important thing at number 8 is reciting the Quran slowly. Yeah, this is something that even some Muslims just completely overlook. Now, the verses of the Quran were revealed slowly and gradually over a period of time, and this is believed to be done so that people could get a better understanding of the teachings of the Quran, start understanding it in chunks, and it is taught that the Quran is to be read slowly and peacefully so that the reader gets to actually understand the teachings of Islam in the best way possible. There's a passage in the Quran that is used as a reference for this, and it goes as follows. "And those who disbelieve say, why was the Quran not revealed to him all at once? Thus it is that we may strengthen thereby your heart, and we have spaced it distinctly." And that's found in Surah 25, verse 32. Number 7 brings us to accurate pronunciation of the words. Now, this one, I have to admit, it can be pretty difficult, especially if Arabic is not your native language. But hey, the Quran has been revealed in Arabic, which is a very complicated language. Now, the slightest change in the pronunciation of an Arabic word gives rise to a completely different and out of context meaning. And because of that, it is necessary that a Muslim must be very, very cautious while they're pronouncing words in the Quran. So if you are a Muslim who is new to the Arabic language, it's taught that you should just really try to pronounce the words to the best of your ability and not be lazy in your efforts to pronounce the words correctly. There's a statement in the Quran that says, "Or add to it and recite the Quran with measured recitation." That's found in Surah 73, verses 4. Number 6 brings us beautifying the Quran. It is advised that the Quran be recited in a beautiful tone, and you should do this to the best of your ability. This is why you may notice that when Muslims are reciting the Quran, it can sound like they are singing, but they're not actually singing. They're simply reciting the Quran in a melodious way to beautify the words. In the Islamic text of the Hadith, we find the following statement: "Allah has not permitted anything like He has permitted a prophet to recite the Quran in a good voice." And that's found specifically in the Hadith Al-Bukhari and Muslim. Halfway in this episode at number 5, isolate yourself. For Muslims, the verses of the Quran, they hold very deep meaning. Now, when you're doing your private recitations, isolating yourself in a private room or just being away from any distractions during the recitation of the Quran really helps you focus on the verses more clearly, which enables you to interpret the meanings of the verses more easily. The important thing at number 4 is to also reflect on the verses. The verses of the Quran have very deep meanings, like I mentioned, and perhaps this justifies how only 30 chapters cover almost all topics regarding all aspects of life. Every time the Quran is read by somebody in detail, the reader interprets a different meaning after correlating different events and incidences and applying the context and everything. So it's advised that the reader really ponder on the verses to really understand the depths of the meanings of what the Quran is actually saying. Now, number 3 takes it a little step further, memorizing the Quran. Simply just reading and understanding the Quran does not cancel out the obligation of memorizing it. It has to be memorized by heart after being completely understood, so that Muslims, they have the entire contents of the Quran in their mind at all times, which helps in the practice of what the Quran teaches and helps them apply it to their daily life. Another very big one, and number 2, handling the Quran with care. The Quran is not an ordinary book according to Muslims. It is believed by Muslims to have been sent down by the Creator himself. It is compulsory that all Muslims handle the Quran with care and carry it in a respectful way, and also one must ensure that it is not placed in a dirty place. It also should be placed at an elevated level when reading and reciting it. So we've made it to number 1. The most important thing to do is reciting the Quran daily. Muslims are to read and recite the Quran and revise the teachings on a daily basis. The reason behind this is to help Muslims continually fall within Allah's mercy and rewards, and also make them better human beings in general. So it's a daily practice. And on that note, that brings us to the end of this episode. This was a brief look at 10 important things Muslims must do when reading the Quran. If you made it this far in this episode, I definitely want to hear your thoughts and comments about anything that was shared in this episode. And don't forget to show that like button some love. If this is your first time here to the channel, go ahead and subscribe and ring the bell to be notified when new videos are posted. We explore all the various different countries, cultures, religions, and people of our world. So if those topics are of interest to you, join the FTD Facts family. And until next time, guys, stay awesome, stay educated. See you soon.